As much as Ty enjoyed the original Crash Bandicoot trilogy, as well as its remastered versions, Crash Team Racing is Ty's favourite video game of all time. So imagine the amount of adrenaline coursing through his veins when it was announced that Crash Team Racing was getting a remaster. Although the announcement was rather worrisome. This was a multiplayer game that was being published by Activision, who has had a history of adding microtransactions to a game after reviews are out. See Call of Duty Black Ops 4. With the promise of staying true to the original game, incorporating online multiplayer, and planning future updates, is Crash Team Racing an old dog, Bandicoot, or is it just as exhilarating as it was 20 years ago? Name's Dave with MojoPlays, and this is Ty's review of Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled. Crash Team Racing isn't just a by-the-numbers graphical update remaster, far from it. Instead, it manages to replicate the PS1 classic while adding in nice touches that'll satisfy both veteran players and newcomers. And it all starts with the drift mechanic. Each time you drift, a bar in the lower right hand corner will begin to fill, and you'll have to press L1 or R1 when the gauge turns red. Succeed 3 times and you'll be able to widen the gap between you and your competitors. There is a slight altercation to this mechanic, but only visually. Crash Team Racing veterans will be happy to see the simplistic bar from the original is still here. For newcomers, I recommend using Beanox's Nitro-Fueled version of the drift bar, as this will help you practice timing your boosts. Content-wise, Crash Team Racing is packed with quite a lot. Not only does it include tracks and characters from the original game, but it also features a hefty amount of content from Crash Nitro Kart. While not every CNK track made it into Nitro-Fueled, it was nice to see some of my favourite tracks were not forgotten. Speaking of which, the tracks have never looked better. Each course retains the design of its respective counterparts, while adding tons of visual flair around it. Coco Park is no longer a standard racetrack, but is now a field of flowers in a fairy tale-esque world. Tiny Arena emphasizes its stadium atmosphere with pyrotechnics and a holographic Tiny Tiger rocking out above the finish line. Needless to say, Beanox has succeeded in making these tracks their fully realized versions. Oh, and the music, just as phenomenal as it was back then. Composer Asif Hakik did an excellent job in staying true to the soundtrack while making it more modern. Although if you'd like to visit 1999, Nitro-Fuel offers a legacy music option, allowing you to race while listening to the classic PS1 score composed by Josh Mansell. The roster of characters is loaded too. Everyone from both games has made it onto here, from Crash Bandicoot himself and the evil Dr. Cortex, to lesser known characters like Nash and Emperor Velo. Even Penta Penguin returns as an official character. Penguin, yay, won! Yay, Penguin, I won! And how can we forget the adventure mode? Speed Demon and Intergalactic Jerkwad Nitrous Oxide is here to turn Earth into a parking lot. And it's up to Crash, or whoever you choose to play as, to become Earth's champion and dethrone the self-proclaimed fastest racer in the galaxy. Adventure mode serves as the perfect method to hone your skills thanks to the design of the imaginative hub world and increasing difficulty. Once again, Beanox shows their consideration for players of every kind by including difficulty options. As a PS1 veteran myself, I completed my first run in Classic mode, which restricts you to one of the original 8 races and keeps things just as tough as the first CTR. However, there's now a second version of Adventure mode, which allows you to choose any character in the game, use customized cards, and swap out characters whenever you like. You can also set the campaign to easy, medium, or hard, perfect for those wanting to cruise through with no headaches, or crave an experience more challenging. The only major change that Nitro-Fueled has made to CTR is in progression. In the first game, the only way to unlock the boss characters was to win the Gem Cups in Adventure mode, but in order to unlock the Gem Cups, you have to complete all the token races and crystal challenges. This made Adventure mode a bit more of a grind back then. This time around, boss characters are unlocked as soon as you beat them, and completing the aforementioned objectives rewards you with card parts, making the whole experience more enjoyable.
Oxide much bigger problem for you. Him not as big, but him much more grumpy.
And unfortunately, that brings us to our biggest concern with the game, the rewards. Oh boy. While Nitro-Fueled does give player a fair amount of customization options to unlock through gameplay, there's a ton of stuff locked behind the pit stop, the in-game shop that cycles through unlockables every 24 hours. This is where you have to spend your hard-earned Wampa coins from races and battles to unlock alternate costumes and cart parts. Upon learning about this and considering Activision's history of monetization, I was about to become resentful towards Nitro-Fueled. Most of my time was spent in adventure mode and arcade mode, which only net you between 20 and 80 coins per race. That isn't a heck of a lot of coins for rewards that cost over 1,000 coins a piece. However, what changed my tune was the online mode, as I dominated nearly every lobby I barged into. I noticed I was earning Wumpa coins in larger quantities, averaging at about 400 to 600 coins per race. Even placing below first nets you with more coins than the offline race does. It was then that I was able to unlock things at a quicker rate. Unfortunately, the satisfaction did not last long. There's still too much content locked behind the pit stop, and with the community discovering the soft cap on Wumpa coins you earn from offline races, I have a strong hunch that Activision might be trying to tack on microtransactions sometime after this review, just like they did with Black Ops 4. So if you're watching this from the future and they haven't infected the game, then great, let's keep it that way. While it is surprising Activision hasn't forced microtransactions into Nitro-Fueled yet, I'm even more surprised about the post-launch content. Nitro-Fueled will be getting free updates that will add more characters, more carts, more costumes, and more tracks. The best part, at least for now, no loot boxes and no season passes. Although I'm hoping progression for these items won't make the game more grinding than it already is. I may have a lot of patience for Crash Team Racing, since it's my favorite game of all time, but I know there are plenty of people out there who will check out if progression is a total slog. The last thing I want to mention is trophies. Nitro-Fueled features plenty of trophies that focus more on knowledge and skill than fully completing every little thing, which makes the Platinum Trophy fairly challenging. The only trophy that may give you a hard time is Gas Moxie and Slug, which requires you to beat all of Oxide's time trial ghosts. It's a real pain in the ass.
When you get a TNT crate on your head, start hopping immediately.
Overall, Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled was everything I hoped it would be and more. It's a faithful recreation of my favorite game that brings its tracks to their fully realized forms. It successfully replicates the mechanics that made CTR popular among fans and speedrunners. And most of all, it's a celebration of the entire Crash Bandicoot franchise with its meaty roster and cast customization. Obviously, I'm going to keep playing Nitro-Fueled until support cease, but if you don't like the grind or play online much, then the most satisfaction you're going to get from your $40 is from playing the 2-hour adventure mode. If that's the case, you may want to look elsewhere. Otherwise, you better be ready of Ghost Rider Tyler crashing your lobby. Mwahahaha! That's the last time I make an evil laugh for you, Ty. Be sure to check out this other recent clip from MojoPlays, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.